one of a kind. Because she was so kind, hardworking, raised my children up good, and we live a happy life. She's very happy because she had 4 smart sons. They all raised up good by her. And they all married nicely into 4 nice daughter-in-laws, like a daughter to her.
One word I would describe Mom would be loving, because ever since we was small, Mom always took care of us.
Awesome. Because Mom was like, to me, she was the greatest mom. She was very caring, compassionate, loving, and always be concerned about what we're doing. And she worked very hard. She knew how to raise our family, with all our different personalities, etc.
I can tell you one verse that describes my mom, and that verse comes from Galatians 5:22 and 23. And that is called the fruit of the Spirit. And in this fruit of the Spirit, my mom demonstrated all the different fruits in this verse, which was love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. That was my mom. She exemplified the fruit of the Spirit within her life and how she treated everybody. I have so many people after she passed away, and even when she was alive, that said, your mom was so special. Your mom was so nice. Your mom is my best friend. I don't know anyone better than someone like your mom.
Mom was always positive in how she presented herself, and whenever anybody came in or if anybody needed help, always offering, hey, you hungry, or things like that. Yeah. Very inviting to a lot of the family members. Always smiling, always playing a lot with my friends too. Yeah, joking and things like that.
I know my mom as a character. Funny. She loves to laugh. And we could just laugh. We maybe tell jokes or just laugh about different things in life. And she just loved laughing. One of the instances was I was at home and my dad came home. I was sitting down with my mom in the living room. And I said, hey, Paps. Because I call him, Paps, like, hey, Pops. But I call him Paps. Then Dad looks at me and go, Mommy told you. I said, told me what, Dad? Oh, nothing. So I knew there was something, so I was going to, as a troublemaker that I am, I'm going to dig in. So I said, Mom, Dad said, I called him Paps, and he asked me if I told you, or you told me. And she started cracking up. I said, what happened, Ma? Your father, he went to the doctor, and he asked his doctor for Pap smear. So we're both cracking up. And then my dad, all embarrassed and aside. So we just had a great kick with that. So funny, man.
Where she came from, her background, they were, they didn't have a lot of money when she grew up. She's the second generation. And so they worked really hard. We've been to their second home on the Big Island in Kona. And after a while, I actually kind of figured out that was a really hard life for them, and what she went through, and to move from the Big Island to Honolulu, and studied hard to get her cafeteria management degree to be a professional in that field, and she loved it, and always took care of her family. Her family was first.
And she had
5 grandchildren and 7 great-grandchildren. Well, it was a blind date. My classmate, William Tsukamoto from Pahala High School, and her sister from Konawaina High School. They were going to college in UH, and they were working next to each other up in Manoa by Punahou campus. And that's how they know each other. And my classmate made a blind date with her sister for me, and we went to a movie. That's how I met her.
Dream, 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 dream when I want you in my arms, when I want you, and all your charms whenever I want you. All I have to do is dream, 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 dream when I feel blue in the night and I need you to hold me tight whenever I want you. All I have to do is dream.
Anyway, after the date, you know, I wanted a kiss from her. And we were out by her, where she was living, and there was a coconut tree. And she had I don't know how we got a balloon, you know, she got a balloon. And she put the balloon in front of me. Right in Makiki area, you know, where I'm going to university and all the Wilder Avenue. There was a small little store there, and in the back, there was some cottages. That's where it happened.
Tonight you're mine completely. You give me your love so sweetly. Tonight the light of love is in your eyes. But will you love me tomorrow? Is this a lasting treasure, or just a moment's pleasure? Can I believe the magic of your sight? Will you still love me tomorrow?
I loved her, you know, because of the way she was so sweet. And
She loved the family, have the family around, you know, get-togethers.
I guess caring, ohana, you know, take care of family.
I think they kind of instill, but the family importance is huge. But my parents can instill a lot of what they taught me directly into my kids.
You know, my mom and my dad, both parents, very, very accepting. People that I brought over, they just really welcomed them in and treated them so nicely. That was one of the values, and they gave so much to them too, you know. And that was one of the values that my mom taught us, generosity, and she got that from her grandparents or parents, and so it just kind of passed on to us. And I see that now, even in my daughter, who is actually named after her middle name, Asae. So that was very special. In fact, when we told my mom that we're going to name our daughter, who's born to be Asae, she goes, no, don't name her that, don't name her that. And then we did anyway, because we wanted to honor her. So after, now, you know, that she's born, we have the name Asae. And then till today, or when she was alive, we'd say, Mom, how's that name that we gave Natanya, her middle name, Asae? And she's just so beaming. And she says, nice name, huh? It means morning glory, Asae, morning glory. So she's just beaming. So I'm glad we did that for Mom.
Mom and Dad liked the Melvin Leeds music. She thought that Melvin had one of the best voices ever.
Let me walk through paradise with you, Lord. Take my hand and lead me there. Oh, my earthly treasures I would gladly give. Teach me how to love and how to share. Greed and lust and vanity were mine. Then I found your love divine. Now on my knees I pray I can find the way. Let me walk through paradise with you. Oh, my Lord, my Savior, guide my poor feet along that lonesome road. Faith, hope, and love will find a way before. Let me walk through paradise with you. Makela hele, oh yes. Ingala vai, aku vai. Meke kanaka, oh pio hano hano. Kaulana ika, vai vai. Let me walk through paradise with you, Lord. Take my hand and lead me there. Now on my knees I pray I can find the way. Let me walk through paradise with you. Let me walk through paradise. Let me walk through paradise with you.
I could never imagine. I could never imagine when one would pass away, and I always told myself, I don't know how I'm going to handle that. Yeah. And now she's with Jesus. I'm grateful now. I can say I'm grateful now. Mom is no longer in pain. It was time.
Thank you for raising me right, telling me what is wrong and what is right way, because I needed that. So I got good guidance from my mom and was loving guidance too.
It was time. She had dialysis for about 10 years of dialysis. When I talked to my hospice friend, when I told him it was 10 years, he said, "What? 10 years? That's impossible. Nobody can live 10 years in dialysis." And he's a hospice guy now. And then he tells me on the phone, and with a stern voice, he tells me, "Calvin, she was living for you guys."
She knew we all loved her. I tell her I love her very much, and again thank her for what she did to raise us, because you know, things are different now than they were before. I think it was it was a lot. I could see what they sacrificed for us, and I appreciate all the sacrifice they had given us to help us in life. So I would thank her for all her sacrifices and her love, you know, and tell her how much I loved her. Because she was the best mom.
The monarch butterfly recently became one symbol in our family. I think that it is because that's why my dad drew the monarch butterfly, and we had signs. So during a baptismal of our family one time, a few weeks ago, I had this one monarch butterfly. You know, we all, maybe about 50 of us all gathered in the lawn and had one monarch butterfly swarming to each, not swarming, but flying to each of certain individuals, relatives. Well, so we use that as a symbol.
The day of the baptism that one of my little cousins was holding, and I think as my dad was getting baptized, a butterfly came and landed on him, and that same butterfly just hung around and landed on.
And before that happened, a monarch butterfly went to my dad's house, landed on the clothesline, and it had a star said Asae on top. That's my mom's name. A star, a clothespin, and the butterfly landed on there. And, you know, so that's like a whole couple of times already, right? Last week, Dad and I was golfing at Clipper golf course, and the butterfly landed on his shirt. So he walked to the golf cart with us and said, hey, look. So we look at him, we're like, oh, how unusual is that, right? I never had a butterfly land on me before. And these butterflies are kind of like landing on our family back and forth. And
just like a blessing. And I was talking to Danny Yamashiro, who was helping Owen they were both doing the baptism for us. And I still want to find out, but he said, yeah, there's a significance of the butterfly.
so I wrote one haiku. I was sleeping, and then, you know, a lot of times I light sleep, yeah? So I said, what am I going to write? Monarch butterfly, through violet fields so lovely, hear angels singing.
Well, thank you very much. She's been a real good wife, one of a kind, and she really loved me and I loved her. You know, we always say we love each other every night. And when I don't say it, when she say, good night, Tom, I love you. Well, if I just say good night, say, Tom, then I have to say I love you. That's how it was. But she always said, when I go, I'm happy. I'm happy.
Hey, Mom. Hi, Mom. And Dad made corn chowder. Hi, Mom.
In a garden full of love, she blooms so bright. Asae, our guiding star, our morning light. With gentle hands and a heart so pure, a mother's love forever strong and sure. Oh, lovely butterfly, take your flight, soar through the heavens, a beautiful side. With God and Jesus, you dance in grace, watching over us in every space. Hard-working hands, she built our dreams. In her embrace, life flowed like streams. A devoted soul with faith that won't wane. In every tear, in every joy, her love remains. Oh, lovely butterfly, take your flight, soar through the heavens, a beautiful sight. With God and Jesus, you dance in grace, watching over us in every space. An angel now, with wings that shine, in the arms of the Lord, so divine. We'll cherish your spirit forever and near. In every whisper, still feel you here. Oh, lovely butterfly, take your flight, soar through the heavens, a beautiful sign. God and Jesus, you dance in grace, watching over us in every space. In Jesus Christ, we place our trust, with faith in our hearts, in love